Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Sonny here, and today we got a global lab on February 2nd. It's a short one, but there is some interesting things in it. So let's just dive straight into it. Here we have the Serendia and Calthea story quest revamp. They previously in the past reworked the Belnos story to make it quicker, more streamlined, more cutscenes, more voice lines, everything. So you can kick back and basically just enjoy the story and get some good lore if you're interested in that. Serendia and Calthea are still abysmal quest lines, are spamming galore, terrible. So they've been reworking that and it's finally coming out. It's called Jordine's Saga, and it's gonna focus on the Jordine story. And a bit of a teaser here, we're going to be following Jarette Damon, and she's gonna take us through looking for these things here. You can check it all out, link in the description as always. So that's one of the big things. This takes a lot of stuff, a lot of time. They've been doing cutscenes, artwork. These are gonna be in the story. I think there is around an hour's worth of cutscenes in the complete storyline. So if you're into lore, this is gonna be great. And if you are gonna be like a newer player playing through this, it's gonna be a lot easier to get through instead of just spamming R. And I mean, shit, you might even enjoy it a bit along the way. Most of us have been playing since the dawn. We don't even know what the story is about because the questing was just done in such a bad and uninteresting way that we spammed R to just skip it all. So this is great, good long-term change for the game. So hopefully newer players might actually enjoy the leveling experience a lot more and the questing in the game. So awesome. Next up is a change here. That's very, very interesting. There's been a lot of conversations about this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But there's been a lot of things happening in Korea and a lot of talk about griefing. So PA, we knew this from yesterday. They made an update announcing this, but now it's in the global, which means it should be out in Korea on Wednesday and we should get it the next week. This is what happened. If you die to a monster, if somebody flags up, hits a player, and that player ends up getting last hit by a monster, you don't lose crystals or anything. So flagging up, this is meant to prevent people flagging up and feeding players to mobs, to grief them and kill them to mobs and break their crystals. So if you, again, flag up on someone and they die to the mobs, it counts as the flagged up player having gotten the last hit. So of course you still lose your potions and everything, but you don't lose crystals, you don't lose EXP. It will be just like the player killed you, which also means that if you do this off Asha, the person that fed to the mobs will lose karma. Now it does seem that if somebody flags up and then you kill them to mobs and you're not flagged up, they did the forced attack, then they can still lose crystals. So it seems to be only if you flag up. We'll have to test this when it comes out. Which also begs the question, how is this going to work in Guild Wars? How is this going to work on Anonymous Asha, etc., etc.? And the obvious thing here, this is a change meant to prevent PvP griefing, but it also means it's going to be harder to defend against people. This is pretty much the last tool there was for somebody defending against somebody grinding over them and trying to just kill them up and grief them in PvE. So this was pretty much the last tool of somebody in that situation. You could flag up and then try and feed them to mobs, trying to break their crystals to get them to go away from you and just leave you alone. So obviously that's not going to be possible with this change. In Korea, that's not really an issue because they don't grind over each other, but different regions have very different cultures about grind etiquette. So we'll see what happens. I guess, yeah. So let me know what you guys think about this one. We've been talking a lot about this on stream. There's a lot of people on both sides of this and have very different views on it. So I'm interested in what you guys think as well. Other than we have some item changes. Basically the guild stuff, you're gonna get more. They're doubling the amount of ink, parchment bags and seals you get when you're doing the processing. They are buffing the jail monsters in Sulphur Mine jail. So whenever you go bandit in Valencia, you get killed, you get sent to jail. This is, they're gonna buff them and make it harder to get out, I guess, or take longer time. Monster zone changes, they are the new grind spot we got in Udokita region, the 4th grind spot, they are making it so the one-shot attack deals a bit less damage, it seems. There's also going to be a hit indicator, so it's going to be easier to avoid and play around, so you can see it and you can deal with it. So gonna make it a bit less risky grinding that spot. It's probably not going to be a one-shot anymore, and now you can see the indication on the ground. They're also changing something with the Jade Forest grind spot. When you're killing the totems, it will disappear after 20 seconds if there's no player around instead of 4 minutes. So my guess is this is to combat some of the elite pulling that you can do. And in Korea, again, they're removing the black robe man that's used to find other players in the game and their location. He's already gone in at least NA and EU. So they're kind of catching up to to those things. There are some differences between the regions, but now they're removing that in Korea as well. And that's about it. There's some bug fixes and all. Nothing really crazy, but that was it for this week. Excited to see what happens next week. And don't forget to drop by the stream, watch it live every Friday at twitch.tv/bprimegaming. See you all in the next one.